Hey, I'm Mel Crafting and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be making jackfruit pancakes. And how this came about is we're quite into jackfruit in our family. I usually buy 12 cans at a time from our Ceres Organics food co-op, and usually they come in these small cans of 400 grams each. So last month when this big bad boy turned up, 2.8 kilograms of organic young jackfruit, I thought to myself, how am I going to use this in 4 days? Because once you open it, you've got to consume it within 4 days. That's right. What am I going to do with 2.8 kilograms of jackfruit? Well, start experimenting is what I was going to do. And this recipe is an experiment. So I opened that big can of jackfruit and I stored it in jars. I got about 7 or 8 jars, and today's recipe I decided a good amount to use would be about a cup. So I just took a jar out of the fridge and used my tongs to fish out and drain a cup of jackfruit into a measuring cup. Because I needed it to be lactose free, I decided to use almond milk. I used 1 cup of that, and that's 1 cup of jackfruit and 2 green cardamom pods in my NutriBullet cup. Add the almond milk to the cup, to the jackfruit and the cardamom pods. Now I'm just going to pop the blade, just spin that on and blitz it. To a bowl I add a cup of flour, just standard. I use high grade flour, but you can just use all-purpose flour. 1 tablespoon of sugar, any sugar would do. I used white sugar here because that's what I had. And a teaspoon of baking powder. This is the gluten-free baking powder, but any stuff will work. Next, I added 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Again, I use pink Himalayan salt, but use whatever you have. Mixed it all together, grabbed a rubber spatula, and added my wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. Mix it all up, give it a good mix. And you should end up with something like this. This is our jackfruit pancake mix. Heat a hot pan on medium-high heat, add a few knobs of butter, and put some spoonfuls of batter in the pan. Here these pancakes are about 1/3 of a cup each. Cook them until they're about half cooked and some bubbles are coming through, then flip them. Leave them to cook for a couple of minutes, and that is my jackfruit pancakes recipe, which you can find on craftyepicurean.blogspot.com. Here they are, split open and tried out. To be honest, they look fantastic, but they're actually really disgusting, so don't try this recipe. They might be better in, say, vegan tacos or burgers as suggested on the can. But something we do have quite often which are delicious are jackfruit burgers with applesauce and jackfruit noodle soup with spinach, which will both the recipes for these will be on my Crafty Epicurean blog, and I'll post a video on how I make them in the near future. I'll also put the recipe for the jackfruit pancakes on my blog as well. But anyway, thanks for watching, and that was another COVID-19 lockdown adventure. I hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you again soon.